Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, George Gervin. Now they say it was a so-called freeze out in my rookie season. I wouldn't have never guessed.
YouTube, what is happening? Back with another video. I know it's been a while. Technically it hasn't. So we're gonna do a reaction video today, you know. I had a few other videos. I don't say a few other, I had one other video that was put up, was taken down twice. That was the one, y'all. That was gonna take us out of here. But it's cool, you feel me? We're gonna shake back because we got other vacations coming up, you feel me? Matter of fact, right here, them. But we back again. You feel me? Welcome back. We got other stuff coming up, you feel me? But real quick, go subscribe. Y'all know the routine. Share this. I'm gonna give you a second to go do it now. Okay, so honestly, I knew nothing about this. I had no idea that this had ever happened. You feel me? I know it's a lot of other people who didn't know this happened. Because a lot of people just wear the shoe. They don't know who Michael Jordan actually is. So, you feel me? For this video, we're gonna actually watch this and see what actually occurred. They had a planned freeze out. We're gonna find out why and what happened. Ready? Let's do it.
Was when Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson have been called schemers for masterminding the infamous Michael Jordan freeze-out in the 1985 All-Star Game.
In his first NBA All-Star appearance, the 6'6" rookie from the Chicago Bulls, number 23, Michael Jordan.
Let me share with you the entire story, the whole story, so you can decide what was happening between Michael and Isaiah during those years.
That's why we came here.
Make sure to subscribe to Old School B-Ball and bring that.
Y'all can go subscribe to them. The link for this video will be in the bio.
For notifications.
When you look at the 80s and I look at Jordan, like it was like when he walked in, it was like, damn.
Jordan, watch out!
Oh, wow. That's what everybody's been waiting on.
Oh, he swatted three of them down. Jordan trying to break the tie. He does. The Bulls have taken the lead.
To nothing here.
Jordan!
Comment below if you actually know who Michael Jordan is. Like, not know who he is. Like, comment below if you actually seen him play. Like, watch highlights or anything of that nature. Like, you didn't only buy the shoe because it's popular. Like, if you actually know who he is, comment below.
There's Jordan down the middle all the way.
There's Jordan.
Short speed. Jordan going and throws it up. It's Skinny puts it in and an amazing. Driving all the way in. Oh, God! An unbelievable ball.
Jordan drives up.
Jordan,
Oh, what a move. Holy Toledo, what a player. What a showtime player he is.
He's really good. I like
For those who don't know, this is Isaiah Thomas. Not the one y'all know. This is the other one. If y'all know him as the analyst. Y'all don't know Isaiah the basketball player. This is him.
I would pay to see him play.
Yeah, this was the first Air Jordan experience of Isaiah.
Magic Johnson. If y'all don't know, look up. Matter of fact, you know I ain't gonna guarantee it. We might do videos on them. Maybe. But they're on this video right here, so I feel like it's a lot of greats in this video. We're gonna see.
Thomas and Magic Johnson. That skinny kid from Wilmington, North Carolina turned NBA players upside down in 8 exhibition games for the 1984 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles.
Back at Magic Johnson, and there you saw Michael Jordan's tremendous skills as he went past Magic Johnson for the stop shot.
Bobby Knight predicted the future by saying, "The guy is going to be the greatest player that ever lived."
The best basketball player that I've ever seen play.
Bobby Knight, one of the greatest basketball coaches to ever coach.
Olajuwon was the #1 player to come out that year, but MJ, who had a fabulous college.
So if Olajuwon came out #1, I want y'all to comment below what pick was Jordan when he got drafted. I know the answer. I legit know the answer. I actually had his rookie card. I think I still got it at it's at my mother's house somewhere. I got a plaque. So comment below and tell me what number was he picked in what round.
And a starring role in the U.S. Olympics team, never disappointed when he quickly strung together a series of 40-point games. When Michael scored 37 against the league's best defender, Sidney Moncrief, in his third regular season game, he realized that he could match anybody. Then he took the NBA by storm, leading the league in scoring with an average of 28.2 points per game. The Rookie of the Year, Jordan, was an instant phenomenon.
To drop it off, Mahart inside. Shot blocked by Olga. Mahart again, blocked again. And a trio. He swatted 3 of them down. Jordan trying to break the tie. He does. The Bulls have taken the lead.
Michael Jets.
The Bulls began selling out on the road. Home attendance before Jordan arrived was about 6,300. It doubled in Jordan's first year. And after 1987, you couldn't find any Bulls home game ticket.
How many of you know when the ones actually came out? The Jordan 1 is a very popular shoe now. How many people actually know when the first Jordan 1 came out?
8 to shoot. Kareem double launches the skyhook. No, and Michael Jordan the rebound on the drive. Jordan into the front court. Get on, get Wagner. No! Oh, what a dunk by Michael Jordan. The Bulls have 11. 1:36 left.
But he was hardly the star of the NBA. Those were Magic, Bird, Dr. J, and to a lesser extent, Isaiah Thomas, George Gervin, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They had been playing for championships every year for the last 5 years, and this kid from a sub-500 team suddenly was more in demand by
That's Young Mike with the ones around his neck. Ones.
all the fans, media, and the corporate community than all of them. Jordan was genuinely humble in those days.
See how that worked? Back then, he was being called the next Dr. J. When nowadays, everybody coming in the league that's semi-okay gets called the next Michael Jordan. And he was being called the next Dr. J. So do your homework. Find out who Dr. J is and find out why Michael Jordan was being called the next him.
Not the trash-talking, smooth megastar we know. He wanted the stars, whom he admired very much, to accept him. But the effect was the opposite when he came overdressed for the pregame festivities for the 1985 All-Star Game in Indianapolis. With the Air Jordan apparel and the necklaces in the dunk contest, which seemed very innocent, it seemed to be more of an upsetting thing to the veterans. It showed some of the competitive jealousies and animosities among the veteran players with the rookie MJ.
They was hating.
His first All-Star game was a privilege. He went with the notion of trying to fit in. He didn't want to ruffle any feathers. About the freeze-out, Jordan didn't know at the time. The veteran stars reportedly were simmering about all the attention going to Jordan. When he came wearing his Nike garb, the consensus was he was trying to show up the real stars of the NBA.
So they was mad because Mike had his own sneaks on. They was mad because he was rocking his ones. They was mad. Mike was making them mad, and he was a rookie, and he was making them mad. That's tough.
So a plan was hatched the night before the All-Star game. They would keep the ball from Jordan. Isaiah would play the biggest role because he was the East point guard. But Magic Johnson and George Gervin were said to be the main conspirators along with Isaiah Thomas. Gervin, who from Detroit, Magic Johnson from Lansing, Michigan, have known each other for a long time.
Okay.
And Isaiah played for the Pistons, and all three were buddies. It wasn't a typical Jordan game.
Jordan takes it in. What a play.
Scoring 7 points and grabbing 6 rebounds. But it could easily be dismissed as rookie jitters.
Michael Jordan in the game goes baseline around everybody.
In 22 minutes of playing time, Michael just got 9 out of 120 East shots.
Now, if you know, you know. Mike ain't scoring those 7 points on any day. Whether you're a rookie or vet, he ain't scoring 7 points.
None of the East starters took fewer than 10 shots. 2 of the reserves had 10 or more.
5-game losing streak. Jordan was fouled by Gervin before the shot. No basket.
Isaiah told the press the day after, that never happened. I was very upset when 2 of the
We're gonna run
reserves
it
had
back.
10 or more.
Let's see this.
5-game losing streak. Jordan.
He's just gonna hold it up there like that. He's just gonna do that like that. All right.
Gervin before
And
the
that was
shot.
on a
No
foul.
basket.
Isaiah told the
That
press
was on
the
a
day
foul.
after, that never happened. I was very upset when I read that. It just isn't true. Michael and I talked a couple of times down there. The same day Jordan told the media, I don't think it was happening. In an all-star game, you have to be very aggressive and show what you can do. This being my first all-star game, I was very tentative. I didn't want to be perceived as a rookie going out to steal the show. I was happy to be there. Hell no, they both knew it happened. By the way, MJ missed the next all-star game because of an injury. And even when he played in 1987, he again was tentative and somewhat left out, scoring 11 points and 5 for 12 in shooting. Finally, the game in Chicago allowed Jordan to break from his secondary all-star role. He won the dunk contest in spectacular fashion, then the all-star game MVP with a 40-point game. Back to the freeze-out.
So if y'all didn't see The Last Dance, go watch it. Find out how great he really is, you know? For all y'all that want to have a debate, LeBron, Kobe, I mean, that's fine. I just feel like it's different eras. Go watch all three, matter of fact.
Jordan felt that there was a plot, and he marked the schedule for the Pistons versus Bulls game in Chicago Stadium, the freeze-out revenge game. 49 points with crazy moves.
So remember that Isaiah was a part of the freeze-out in the All-Star game, where Mike only scored 7 points. I think dude just said he went for 49 versus Isaiah Thomas's Pistons. That right there should let you know, don't play with that boy.
Play in particular, MJ passed like a bullet for a tomahawk jam.
A look at significant Piston events, past and present. This one's
Right
on
quick.
number 20. Oh, my
Right
God.
quick.
Who wears 23 just flew at the hole and jammed.
The rim sounded like an explosion, and the replay showed Michael like he was walking in the air when he was terrorizing the Pistons defense. And he never said a word about the freeze-out to Isaiah Thomas at the game. But his agent, David Falk, was convinced that not
Never
everyone in
said
the NBA wanted to get along with MJ because of the success he had in a short time. The potential for resentment is so high, a lot of stars are jealous of him. Players look and see that he gets more for a shoe deal than virtually anyone in the league gets in salary. The same day, a source in the newspaper shared a story that it was a scheme devised to make Jordan look bad on national television.
So they was mad because Mike was getting the bag. What y'all hating for? What y'all hating for?
It was saying after the All-Star game ended, Isaiah Thomas's and Magic Johnson's advisor, Charles Tucker, at Indianapolis Airport Terminal, was speaking openly to Detroit news reporter. We were talking about how good they got Jordan, but I think some of them thought we overdid it some. Shortly after midnight, the phone rang in the Chicago hotel room of a Detroit writer. It was Charles Tucker. He said, you know, the guys weren't serious about doing anything to Jordan. They just meant that they weren't going to go out of their way for him. They never did plan on getting him. It was just that they weren't going to let him do what he wanted to do. They played him hard, and he didn't get off. They might have felt he was being a little cocky, but as far as arrogance, you know how arrogant
So I just ultimately feel like they tried to retract it after Jordan laid the smackdown on the Pistons. What y'all think?
it can be and Magic Johnson. This phone conversation proves that the freeze-out was real. Also, in a 1987 interview, Jordan asked about the freeze-out. That was the most hurting thing in my whole career. I didn't see any reason to be cocky because there was nothing to be cocky about. My lawyers asked me to wear the Nike warm-ups.
I'm going to just leave that there for y'all.
In the dunk contest. I thought it was a normal procedure. It was my first All-Star game, and I didn't know what was going on. Going back and looking at it, I wouldn't have done it had I known it would cause so much trouble. This legend never melted away and gained momentum when Isaiah Thomas was left off the Dream Team in 1992. When the USA Dream Team was about to announce on national TV, word is that Jordan told several persons he would not play on any team that includes Isaiah.
Dream Team. Greatest team ever assembled. Look it up.
Did he want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but I don't think he wanted him on the team.
I don't mind Michael Jordan saying, I didn't want Isaiah to be on the Dream Team. I don't mind, if Larry Bird said, I don't want Isaiah to be on the Dream Team. But if Scottie Pippen say, I don't want Isaiah to be on the Dream Team, that's a problem. Man,
How they do Scottie like that?
you can't say nothing.
So that was the Freeze Out 2. Years passed, and reporters asked Isaiah about the Freeze Out game every All-Star weekend, and he always tried to put the matter to rest. You're talking about Julius Erving, Larry Bird, Moses Malone, and myself all getting in a huddle someplace and saying, hey, let's not give this guy the ball. I mean, that's absurd. I mean, Bird was at home there in Indianapolis. The whole theme of that All-Star weekend was really centered on him, and you wanted him to look good. As teammates, we tried to do that. The two have never gone public with their hard feelings toward each other. On the court, they have slapped hands before the tip-offs like everyone else. But later, Jordan, in his Hall of Fame speech that trash-talked each retired player in attendance, looked at Isaiah, Gervin, and Magic directly and talked about the freeze-out game.
And I'm going to thank a couple people that you guys probably wouldn't even think that I would thank. Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, George Gervin. Now, they say it was a so-called freeze-out in my rookie season. I wouldn't have never guessed. You guys never froze me out because I was just happy to be there, no matter how you look at it. I wanted to prove to you, Magic, Larry, George, everybody, that I deserve to be on this level as much as anybody else. So you guys, I must say thank you very much for giving me that motivation that I desperately needed.
Some people looked at it as a bad thing. Mike didn't. He took it, he ran with it, he used it.
And ironically, Jordan and Isaiah, the greatest rivals, in 2003 became the player and the coach at the All-Star game. Freeze Out 1 in 85. Freeze Out 2 in the 92 Olympics. And you thought the third coming was dull? Dislike turned into respect. Isaiah said, when you look back, probably the things that kept us apart are the things that we were very similar at. When you look at the competitiveness of both us and the willingness to win and wanting to win out on the floor, we're very similar people. Jordan said, we have come complete circle from the first All-Star game, and that's something good. It's a story that no one thought would happen, but yet when you look at it, I like to leave the game with a certain respect and a certain friendship that no one can say, well, it got off to a bad start. But I have high respect for Isaiah Thomas. Thanks for watching. For more content, check out the...
So, people, we got some history today. We learned about Michael Jordan, because I know a lot of people don't know about him. We learned about Isaiah Thomas, because them two had a beef. And we also learned about a little bit about Larry Bird and Magic. They were there. George Gervin is clearly before my time. Larry Bird, Magic is before my time. Isaiah kind of, sort of. And Dr. J was before my time, definitely. So we learned something from him. But again, comment below if you like the video. Tell me something else you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe. You feel? And let's keep it pushing. You know how we get in the video.
All right, Ace. All right, you stay cool like how you be cool, all right?
No doubt, baby.
All right, water.